I failed. So, if anybody has been keeping up with me at all, for the past year, I've been very determined to post a YouTube video once a week and to post a 3 short forms a day. My goal is I want to have one video a week for an entire year. We just recently hit the halfway point on that, which was pretty cool. I made a nice video talking about what I learned that nobody watched, but I don't have control over that. That's not why I'm making the videos. If I wanted to make stuff that people would watch, I would make AI slop Reddit stories. And my other goal was to make 1,000 short form videos this year, which we're still chugging along at. We're doing great. Here's the thing, though. This week I messed up. I have a video in my head that I want to make that I think would be a very cool, very funny Mario 64 geared video. I do a couple different things here, but that's what this next video is going to be on. And I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to work on it. I was feeling really lazy and I was just in a weird mood. So maybe to fully explain the depth of my failure, we have to go a little bit deeper. I have had issues with weed consumption. It's so lame to tell people that, but basically for years and years, I was like a multiple times a day guy. And I spent the entirety of last summer in my garage doing that, which is fine, but I want to get things out of life beyond just a temporary feeling of catharsis when I'm home from work and I can make my mind go blank and I can scroll on TikTok. Because I spent an entire quarter of the year, I spent an entire summer just doing that, and I slowly stepped away. At first it was like, okay, well, we'll get ourselves some things that we have to do every day. I was making one TikTok and I was like, okay, we gotta make our TikTok for the day and then we're allowed to have fun time. And that eventually evolved into only on the weekends. And pretty much for the entirety of 2025, I've been only on the weekends with the rare exception of if I take a day off of work, I'm going to enjoy the day. And I really don't know what makes me come back to it. I don't know why. I feel like it just satisfies me and calms my mental urges or whatever issue I think I have in my head. But this Monday, like 3 days ago, I decided that I was gonna do it. Normally I stream on Mondays, I stream on Wednesdays, and this Monday I just didn't want to stream. I just hadn't been having fun. I think part of it comes down to me living with my parents and having them literally in the next room over, just watching stuff while I'm trying to be in here and entertain. And I want to feel free. I want to feel like I can say whatever I want and I don't need to censor myself. But it's just something that itches in the back of my head. And I think I let it win. Not only did I not stream, but I didn't have a YouTube video. And some of my best videos on this channel, like the playing games the wrong way, or the one about circumstances, or even the Tannic video, the Tannic reaction video, it was just like, last day, we got to get something out. Let's cook something up. But you know what I did this week? This week I was super lazy. I just completely uploaded a 7-minute long section of my Twitch stream from a couple months ago that I had been sitting on back when I was playing with the idea of Casual Fridays, which was supposed to be more light. I'm going to just throw something up on a Friday, and then on Monday, you guys will get your real video. But I don't feel good about it. I feel like it is bad. I feel like I could have put the work in and made a good video that I was happy with and moved on from the idea and started with the next idea that I have, but I didn't do that. Instead, I procrastinated and I created a situation where I want to keep my streak going, and that's the only thing that matters. And I'm high, and I'm like, dude, I need to make a video. I can't make a video right now. So we just upload whatever we have, even if it's slop, even if I don't know if it deserves any views. It's kind of interesting, maybe for 30 seconds once you understand what I'm doing. It was good stream content, but I don't think it deserves to be up on the main channel. I view that video as a complete and total failure. And I have this issue where, for some reason, I can achieve the greatest thing ever. I sat at my college graduation and I just didn't feel anything. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel relieved. I didn't feel like completed. I just was there. I was in the building. But when I fail at something, I can feel that. That hurts. That deeply, deeply hurts. And I don't know what's wrong with me and why I'm in this weird place where it hurts when bad things happen, but when good things happen, at the most, at the absolute most, I will feel relief that the thing is over. But even then, doesn't happen. It only happens on the rare occasion. It doesn't happen all the time. There is more times than I can count where I will set myself this thing. This is going to be the thing. You know, once I get this thing, then everything will be good. Then I'll be happy. And I don't know, maybe I don't allow myself to feel those positive feelings sometimes, but I've thought about it, and at least I can recognize that in myself. You know, I could wake up tomorrow, have 1 million subscribers, have a money printing content machine, and I can play video games all day and get paid for it, and it's awesome. But I don't think it would actually make me feel good. I think that there's some barrier in my head, and I think like maybe the weed hacks that barrier and lets me sort of just be authentically myself easier and feel the feelings that I want, or maybe it suppresses them completely and it's actually the opposite. I don't know. I'm not very good at reflecting on myself, especially when I'm in that sort of a state. But all I can look at is the outcome, right? I make these videos because I like making videos, because I have a lot of things to say, and even though they might not all be of value, believe you me, the TikTok comments will let me know anytime I post a nothing burger. That's one of the most insulting comments. You can call me ugly, fat, stupid, whatever. I don't care. But if you call a video that I made a nothing burger, that's what really gets to me. And it's because I feel like I have a lot to say. And I also enjoy the creative aspect of it. I enjoy the fine tuning where you got to make the pacing right. You got to make sure the sound effects are in the proper spot and that it all hits correctly. And I'm still getting better. I'm not perfect, but honestly, and maybe this is a bad thing, I can go back and watch some of my videos and think like that was actually pretty enjoyable. Now, maybe it wasn't perfect. Maybe it had some flaws, but like I went back recently and I watched the Minecraft, but every time I die, the game updates video. That was a good video, man. I would definitely change some things, but it was a good video. It was very enjoyable and it was fun to make. And I had a great time making it. And that's what I do this for. And, you know, there's the long-term view, right? I have a lot of reasons why I would like to just have my whole job be making YouTube videos, and maybe we'll get there one day, maybe we won't. But right now, we're way far off on that. Right now, we're in the stages where I'm learning and I'm trying to just do as much stuff as possible so I can fail and learn and grow. And that video that I uploaded on Monday, I didn't learn anything. I didn't grow. The clips from months ago, all I did was just get a check off, get a number, get a rep in or whatever, get an upload rep in. Cause it's not like, I edited, you know, and I put actual thought into it. It's literally just, I made a thumbnail. That's the most I did for that video. And I don't know, on one hand, you're gonna have days where you just get a rep. I've had a couple videos in the past, and I've been thinking a lot about my content strategy and like what the goal is with all this. I think eventually I'll probably make multiple YouTube channels for my different interests, but right now I don't know if we're ready. I think if I start taking away some of the crutches that I have, you know, things like the Minecraft Yap videos or like the food reviews, I could break both of those off into their own separate channels, and I'm confident if my channel was just Minecraft Yap videos, I could make one or two of those a week. If my channel was just food review videos, I could make one or two of those a week. And so that's kind of something that I'm coming to a head with, and maybe I'll learn more running different channels in different facets, but that's not the goal. That's not what I set out to do. I set out to learn and to make as many videos as possible. I don't expect anybody to watch the Blue Takis review. I don't expect anybody to watch me going up the slides in Mario 64 backwards, and people did. I was very happy about that, but that's not the point. So I shouldn't break those ideas off into separate channels yet. And I need to actually follow through. You know, I said I was going to do it for a year. We're halfway. Okay. It's not time to give up. It's time to go even harder. But the fact that I didn't learn anything and I just uploaded some shit to get the streak up, that's the failure. And looking back, man, I regret it and I'm upset about it. And I wish I had made different choices to make a better video or to make a different video. But I can't do that. I could private it, but I'm not going to private it. Instead, I'm going to upload this. This will be a nice little palette cleanse refresher, and we'll keep the content moving in the future. And I'll try again, and I'll do better. That's really all I have for this video. Thank you guys for choosing to spend your time listening to me yap. If anybody made it this far, drop a like. I want to hit a 1,000 subs this year. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe drop a sub if you want to and you want to see more content. The only commonality in my content is my own voice. All right, my vibe is different in different videos. I make different types of stuff different weeks. But if you like the sound of my voice, then maybe subscribe and you can get more of that. So, anyway, I'll see you guys on Monday.